Oh man, Elon's totally trying to take him out. By the way, journalists, I think this is an opportunity to ask some pointed questions. You may have seen some mention of this in the last day or two. Trump really wanting his new Air Force One planes pronto. Never mind the whole cost-cutting thing. He ordered them during his first term, but Boeing has kind of run into some issues as of late. So of course the idea that Trump might be rushing Boeing to finish his Air Force One planes is kind of tickling a lot of people. But I gotta say, I kind of noticed something. Elon Musk seems to be spearheading every possible effort to cut corners on this, which, you know, is obviously par for the course with that man. But regardless of where you land on the capitalism versus human lives debate, I do find it interesting that anyone would give this guy so much power in deciding the president's mode of transportation. But, you know, what do I know? Apparently, Elon has been central to the discussions, consulting with the military, the White House, and Boeing. According to Elon, the Air Force Ones have been over-engineered. Yeah, definitely take it from that guy. Musk and Boeing thinks they should remove top-level security clearance requirements for at least some of the people involved. Yeah, that sounds good. Make it easier to infiltrate the project. Elon also believes that they should cut down on the testing, which of course they can do, and more risk can be assumed. Another idea, unsurprisingly, is to hire the Sierra Nevada Corporation, who in the past has converted other jets into other things. Of course, the Sierra Nevada Corporation has ties to SpaceX, but who's counting at this point? I'm sure Boeing being his direct competition has nothing to do with him wanting them to rush this project. Of course, now Elon has jumped in to do what Elon does best by setting unachievable deadlines based on absolutely nothing. Officials involved with the project have said that the timeline is unrealistic. That's polite. The president, of course, said if Mr. Musk can fly a rocket, he can probably figure out an airplane. Can he fly a rocket, though? Not that you would have a pilot build a Boeing anyway. He also doesn't design or build them. He pays people to do that. And their most recent explosion was about a month ago. But, you know, space is rough. Things happen. Trump apparently is, like, done with Boeing and views them like a lost cause. He's made it very clear that he's incredibly upset that he might be expected to fly in old planes. And he's now escalated those complaints with a very public showing of him inspecting a plane owned at least very recently by the Qatari royal family. Now, I'm no intelligence or security expert, but my instinct says it's not the smartest thing to advertise that the president might soon be flying around in something that's not currently in his possession. Not to mention that taking an existing plane and converting it to be mission ready would still take years. But obviously all that is probably mostly for show, especially because some of these delays have actually been caused by Trump himself, because the man wants what he wants, even if it changes day to day, and sometimes his wants are completely incompatible and make nightmares for engineers. For example, he really wants a red, white, and blue color scheme, but the dark blue creates thermal issues. The original contract was also, of course, Trump's. With all his extensive demands for specialized security and communications equipment, it's also his fixed price contract that made it harder for the Air Force to make quick changes. As we say in my industry, you can get quick, cheap, and good. Pick two. And of course, ironically, some of the delays came from lapsed security clearances at Boeing. Elon's idea was just that they could strip out a lot of the military stuff and just give him a good-looking new airplane to fly with commercial capabilities and maybe some minimal military upgrades. Honestly, who knows if they really need all those super special military upgrades and stuff. After all, it kind of seems that it really is just mostly a status symbol for this guy. Apparently literally bordering on obsession. He had a model of the new Air Force One at his office for the last 4 years while he was not in office. So I don't know, maybe Elon's right, Donnie. You should drop the military equipment, drop the safety standards, drop the security clearance standards. You know what, while you're at it, maybe just let Elon build it for you himself. No, really, himself.